Hi everyone, and welcome to Disposable Entertainment. I'm Lee, your host, and seeing that Hellblade Senua's saga is nearing completion, I wanted to take another look at Senua's Sacrifice to see if it was really that good. Senua's Sacrifice was developed by Ninja Theory, the same people that brought us two heavily underrated games, Heavenly Sword and Enslaved Odyssey to the West. They really outdid themselves with Senua's Sacrifice. It was truly an honest pleasure from start to finish and a journey to remember. The title brings mental health to the forefront, and it's quite disturbing at times. In October 2019, Ninja Theory announced the establishment of a research and development effort dealing with mental health dubbed the Insight Project. The Insight Project builds upon and continues the cooperation between Ninja Theory and Paul Fletcher, a University of Cambridge psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience who had consulted the studio on Hellblade. With the Insight Project, Ninja Theory plans to build smaller games to help people identify and control negative emotions. I found this heartfelt and a worthy cause. The story of Senua's saga is one of love. A warrior who must make her way to Helheim by killing a brilliant designed cast of enemies to rescue the soul of her dead lover from the goddess Hela. This all seems like the run-of-the-mill game, but that couldn't be further from the truth. As the story develops, Senua's mental illness grows stronger, and by the end she is in a place of complete despair. I really did grow attached to her and her passion to do whatever she could to save her lover's soul. The game starts off quite slow with seemingly mundane puzzles and enemies, but the further you go on the 7 to 9 hour journey, the enemies become more intense and multiplied. The combat becomes much more than a button masher, as you have a lot of dodging to do by the help of whispers by the voices in your head of when a dodge is necessary. They'll help you out a lot throughout the game, and the execution was done perfectly. The puzzles start off quite easy, but before you know it, you're stuck and have no idea of what to do or where to go, and there's no compass or map. I've mentioned this before in previous videos, that I love games that don't hold your hand or tell you what to do or where to go. There is no health bar, no map, no compass, nothing. It's all up to you, the player, to take control and find your way. I found the presentation of your abilities and combat skills to be excellent. The weight of your sword can be felt with each blow, and every death you may sustain feels completely warranted. The whole world and setting is beautiful. I first started playing this game on my quite beefy PC because I wanted the full-blown experience, as I have obviously seen how beautiful this game design is. But I had a few game-stopping bugs that would either bring me to the continue screen or was in a position a few times where things that were supposed to assist me in opening certain doors would not respond. I then played on my Series X, and to my disappointment there were a few bugs too. Only once did I have the bug where it took me to the continue screen, but there was a lot of pop-in graphics, which I absolutely despise. I thought that was odd for a title that should have everything ironed out by now, seeing as the game was released all the way back in 2017. But besides those couple of bugs, the game played well, and I will definitely be giving this game another run through before the sequel gets released. Senua's Sacrifice scored a 9 out of 10 on Steam and an 80% on Metacritic, and to be honest, I'm not surprised. I know the game was a bit buggy, but the whole world sucks you in so far that you look past all the bugs. This is truly a game that everyone should play. If I had to ask myself if Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice was really that good, I would give it a big yes. From beautiful storytelling to such care and honesty given to mental health, all the way to the amazing combat and puzzles. The boss battles were a sight to behold. I loved every one of them, and sometimes you're almost walked over with so many enemies attacking you at once. It gets quite unnerving, and it was great. There are lore stones strewn across the game for you to listen to, which I found quite boring, to be honest. They didn't help my gameplay at all, and I felt were in the way sometimes, as you want to move forward and listen to the voices in your head, but are obstructed by the voice coming from the lore stones. I would say it's not such a big deal, but there are plenty of them and it gets quite frustrating. With that said, I had one hell of a time with this title. I got stuck a few times, and I love that in a game when it's done right. Some games tend to leave you running around the whole world 20 times only to find a needed object you've passed by 100 times. Hellblade was definitely not like that. They have you get stuck, but then you look at your surroundings and things fall into place. There are flags across the world which can blow to a certain direction, which could be seen as hints, but are so subtle that I wouldn't count it as a generic hint. My playthrough was around 7 hours, and I loved every second, even the frustrating parts. So I'll end with this. If you haven't played this game, go buy it now as it's going to be really cheap, or even just get it free on Game Pass. You won't want to miss this title before the sequel is released. I'm sorry I gave this game a pass when it was first released, as this was one of my most enjoyed games of the year. Let's just hope that the sequel comes out sooner than later. Thanks to everyone that stayed till the end. If you liked this video, please give it a like, a comment, or even subscribe. But for now, we'll be seeing you in the next episode of Was It That Good by Disposable Entertainment.